Every radio station, every 24/7 audio stream, it has a brain, a central command center that just never, ever sleeps. But the big question today is, where should that brain actually live? Should it be in a server rack humming away down the hall or floating somewhere up in the cloud? So which way is the future of audio heading? Let's get into it. For the longest time, this is what it looked like. A dedicated room just packed to the gills with servers, blinking lights, and a whole spaghetti monster of cables. This right here is the command center, the engine that lines up every song, every ad, and makes sure the broadcast is flawless, without any interruption. It's powerful, it's super reliable, and it's physically right there. And that is the massive question facing broadcasters right now. What if all this physical hardware, all this complexity, could just be replaced with a subscription? What if your station's brain could be tapped into from literally anywhere in the world, as long as you have an internet connection? I mean, this changes the entire game. Okay, so what exactly are we even talking about here? Well, broadcast automation is the tech that's in charge of playing everything automatically. Think of it like a digital DJ, a traffic manager that never needs a coffee break, the ultimate scheduler that ensures the right thing plays at the exact right time 24/7. The best way to think about these two approaches is like this. Having an on-premises system is a lot like owning your own house. You buy it, you have total control over everything, but you're also responsible for all the maintenance. A cloud-based system, on the other hand, is like renting a fancy, fully serviced apartment. You just pay a monthly fee, and the landlord takes care of the plumbing, the security, all the infrastructure. And yeah, just like with housing, the very first major difference boils down to the money. Are you prepared to make a huge one-time investment, or would you rather manage a steady, ongoing operational cost? In the business world, they call this CapEx versus OpEx. On-premises is a massive capital expenditure. You're buying the servers, the storage, all the networking gear in one big hit. The cloud model completely flips that script. It becomes an operational expenditure, a predictable subscription fee you pay every month. But let's look a little closer at where that money is really going. With on-prem, you're not just buying servers. You're also paying for the air conditioning to keep them cool, the backup power so they don't die, and the physical security for the room itself. In the cloud, all of that is just bundled into your subscription. You're basically trading the cost of owning hardware for the cost of services and a really, really good internet connection. All right, so beyond the budget, the next big fork in the road is about control. Do you want absolute, hands-on, granular control over everything? Or do you want the incredible freedom to operate from anywhere on the planet?
This is where the day-to-day difference really smacks you in the face, especially if you're the on-air talent. In the studio with an on-prem system, you hit a button and something happens. Instantly. We're talking less than 10 milliseconds. But with the cloud, that command has to travel all the way across the internet and back, which introduces a small but totally noticeable delay. And all of a sudden, your station's reliability is completely tied to how good your internet provider is that day.
And this quote just gets right to the heart of it, especially for live radio. I mean, think about a DJ trying to talk over the intro of a song or react to a caller on the phone. That tiny fraction of a second delay can be the difference between a show that sounds tight and professional and one that just sounds clunky and awkward. And that delay, that little gap in time, well, that brings us to the absolute core of the challenge here. This whole issue of latency is the single biggest technical mountain that cloud broadcasting has had to figure out how to climb. So let's just be crystal clear on what we mean by latency. It's simply the delay between when you give a command, like hitting play, and when that command actually happens. It's the round-trip time for your signal. Now, you'd never notice this browsing a website, but in live broadcasting, that delay is everything. With a traditional system, the one that's in the building with you, you're looking at a delay of less than 10 milliseconds. I mean, that's faster than you can blink. For all intents and purposes, it's instantaneous. Now compare that to a typical cloud system. Whoa, the latency can jump to anywhere from 200 to 500 milliseconds. That's a quarter to a full half second. It might not sound like a lot, but trust me, it's a gap you can feel. It's the difference between a natural conversation and one of those awkward satellite interviews. So, how do cloud systems even make this work? Well, it's actually some incredibly clever engineering. The automation system basically learns to anticipate the delay, and it sends commands a fraction of a second early. It also uses something called jitter buffers. Think of it like a little safety net of audio to smooth out any internet hiccups. And on top of all that, smart algorithms are constantly adjusting the timing to keep the whole broadcast sounding seamless. So, with these huge differences, how in the world does a broadcaster choose? Well, it turns out the answer isn't always as simple this one or that one. And this leads us to what's becoming a super popular solution, the hybrid model. The idea is really simple. You use the cloud for all its amazing flexibility for things like scheduling, uploading music, and letting DJs record their parts from home, but you keep a small, local, on-prem system as the final, bulletproof machine that actually sends the signal out. It's the ultimate safety net against an internet outage knocking you off the air. Okay, so let's boil all this down. On premises, you write a big check up front, but you get total control and that instant zero latency response. Cloud-based, it's a manageable subscription. You get incredible remote flexibility, but you have to be smart about managing latency. At the end of the day, the trade-off is this. You're swapping that feeling of immediate physical control for global access and the ability to scale up or down easily. And for a lot of people, that hybrid model really does offer the perfect balance. And that brings us to the final question for you. Knowing everything we've just gone through, if you were launching a brand new 24/7 stream tomorrow, what would you do? Would you build out a whole server room, or would you just subscribe to a service? The answer, as you can see, is not nearly as simple as it sounds.